Hey guys, Professor Bill of Comic Book University and No Justice, issue number 3 of 4. Okay, I was really huge onto this amazing story. And here's the thing. Here's the difference between plot and writing. The writing wasn't great on this. It just wasn't. But I'm going to get into that more. The plot, however, is out of this world. Oh, wow, I did not expect anything that happened in this comic book to actually happen. So way to just hey, I'm going to throw a regular, softball to you, curveball that hits you in the teeth. You know what I'm saying? This was impressive. Yeah. So the characters are developed pretty well, especially Starro. More than anybody else, Starro was developed in this. There was some serious character progression, and it's going to make you feel for Starro in a major way. I'm just hoping that Starro, for the most part, is a good guy from this point forward. Even if there are many other versions of Starro later, that's one thing. But I would actually like to see a good version of Starro, the hero version of Starro, because holy crap, Starro he wasn't a hipster, but whatever he was in this, dude, I love this carefree, laid-back version of Starro. He was freaking awesome. Like, I just want to ride motorcycles with Lobo and Starro after this comic book. Lobo because he's sick and he would definitely make sure that nobody ran us over. Starro just because he'd be cool to hang out with at all the pit stops. You know what I'm saying? Vril Dox, of course, turned out to be the main character in here. I thought he was going to be the bad guy. He's not actually the bad guy in this. It was something entirely different. He was the I don't trust anybody here character. Like you're all idiots character, which, yeah, that actually works from him. Legionnaires, buddy. Green Arrow had an interesting character twist in that when he said before, whatever you want me to do, I'll do it because I trust that you're going to fix it in the previous issue. In this issue, yeah, just throw that right in the trash compactor and set it on fire and spread the ashes around the universe because we're not going to go with that. No. He actually winds up shooting her at one point. Read the comic book to understand what I actually mean by that. Yeah. The comic book, for the most part, was all over the place. The concept was a high concept. Like with Wonder Woman, the idea of, I don't have the magic that all of you guys have, and, so I don't need to worry about this suit hampering my magical abilities. But I will say that I've always believed in myself instead of regular gods, but I am a god, so you guys can always believe in me. Was interesting. It was an interesting twist that I didn't like. I saw it as such a cheap excuse to win the day, even though they didn't. It was a really cheap. It's like, if you're gonna do what you did in this comic book, there was no point in actually doing this part where, oh, everybody just has to believe in Wonder Woman and we're good because technically she's a god. Get out of here with that weak sauce, man. Come on. This is again that conservative slant that DC Comics has had for a long time, and I thought that they were actually out of, and they, like, maybe this is just me, headcanoning in this, but for the most part, like, this is, the idea of believing in something higher instead of just believing in yourself. This was, all we have to do is believe in Wonder Woman. That is kind of weak sauce. That was such a cheap excuse to get out of things. And then later I was like, well, should we believe in Batman also? Like, come on, man. So that was, and also some minor parts of the writing here weren't great also. So that was a story outline problem. But some of the other problems in here, like Raven, the suit isn't blocking me from feeling the spirit's emotions. They're angry, so very angry. I don't think they wanted to wake up, Demon. Why are you talking to Etrigan? Etrigan wasn't talking to you. What the? Why are you suddenly passing the, you're passing the 40 over to him? What's up with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it's your turn to wax poetic. What? And literally with him. There was no need for that. And on top of that, they're trying to show that they're in a rush. Sorry, I've been in really, really stressful situations in the military where you don't have time for, exposition. Say what you got to say it in code if you need to. Just say it and get it out of the way, because we all need to, brain trust here and then move forward. You know what I'm saying? And for her to say they're angry, so very angry, that slowed down everything. So while they've built it up that everything's rush, we got to figure this out. In 2 minutes, the entire world of Kahlua is going to be destroyed. We got to do this. Oh, Raven, what are you thinking? Oh, everything's angry. So very angry. Shut up! Like, it sounds mean. And no, I'm not suggesting you slap a woman. Just don't put words into my mouth or heads into my hand. The idea is like, shut up, you stupid idiot, shut up. Don't give me your exposition if you're trying to get me to believe that this is a stressful situation. Now all of a sudden it's like, yes, they're angry. So very angry. You 100% lost me there. And then afterwards it's let's all just believe in Wonder Woman. Later on, they blow up Kahlua. Kahlua loses. They die. Like, one of the trees wasn't able to be dimmed. You know what I'm saying? So one of the Omega Sentinels was able to eat it. I don't actually like the idea of ending this, but like literally going back and looking through this comic book the second time right now, it's like I'm so bothered by how utterly weak this was, especially in comparison to the previous two comic books, which were really strong. Like, whoa! There was a great story there, and I hate saying like all the time. I sound like a Valley girl. But this was a really strong series until this issue came out. Maybe this should have been 2 issues. I don't know, but whatever they did here, it was just really bad. And it just didn't make sense. On top of that, the art here, look, I like the way that Green Arrow's face was drawn here. And there's a bunch that I could say I like. But at the same time, there's also some things here, like Raven actually looks pretty decent there. But then there's some things like Zatanna's face. What the heck happened to her? What happened to her face? Like, what is this? So I'm a little bit bothered by that. And there's another one that's kind of weird on the very next page. Look, ghosts are drawn awesome. Look at that. But then, what am I looking at here? What am I looking at here? Is that Wonder Woman? What is that? That just looks so freaky. So, yeah, no. I didn't like this comic book at all, and I'm giving this a D+. That actually breaks my heart. It genuinely breaks my heart, because the first 2 issues were so solid. And then this issue came out, and it's literally, you brought me up on the roller coaster. You had me go through a couple of, cool loops and everything like that. But for the most, actually, realistically, the first 2 comic books were more of just a big build-up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, here's this, and here's this, and here's this. This is the one that actually had the big drop. The problem is that when it dropped, and it's like, whoa, they blew up Kahlua? What? Who does that? The problem is you were expecting to go, woof, like that. And then you realize they forgot to build the rest of the track in Railroad Tycoon or Roller Coaster Tycoon. You remember that old Sims game? And it just kind of went, boom, and all the things just kind of crashed. And it's like, oh my God, they killed Kenny. This was I'm not going to say this was a train wreck. Like, this wasn't a, Final Destination, what was that, Part 3 that had the roller coaster? This wasn't a Final Destination, okay? That's not what this was, but I think that if the first 2 issues were just okay, then this wouldn't have been such a big deal. It's like, okay, whatever, it is what it is. But no, the first 2 issues were just so solid. And then for this issue to come along, and the art took a huge... Look, I hate disrespecting people's art. I hate to do that. But I feel like there's a very good reason why this art wasn't presented this way in the first issue, or even the second issue, and they waited until the third issue to just kind of, let's just throw this one out. Look, DC's had some huge problems. They're still going through them with delays in comic books, man. And I feel like this one, I think that DC just needs to slow their roll and stop promising. This should not have been a weekly comic book if this is what they're going to be delivering. You know what I'm saying? The first 2 issues were just so good. And then we got this. And I don't know what I'm supposed to be expecting from the second issue and how it's supposed to transition us into a bunch of different Justice League comic books, which right now, like maybe tomorrow I'll feel differently, but right now the way I feel is I don't want to read these other Justice League comic books if they're going to be like this. This was not good. This was not good at all. So, and especially like Zack Snyder and James Tynion IV and Josh Williamson. I'm sorry if you know what, I can never find their names in the comic book, but oh wait, it's right here. Yeah, Joshua Williamson. I got it right. Who writes the Flash? And like the Flash War just started. Amazing comic books. These three are solid writers, man. These guys are superstars. What happened? Can I get an explanation for what happened here? Look, good stuff. But what happened? Anyway, really long video, an 11-minute video. Sorry, guys. This should have been a whole lot better. With what they gave us for the first 2 issues, this is really disappointing. But I tell you what, honestly, if anybody in the comic book industry could save this comic book with the next issue, it's definitely these guys. Yeah, all love, but not for this issue. All right. Anyways, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.